Pokemon has announced one of the most hyped sets to be coming in a very, very long time. The nostalgic Pokemon Card 151 set is going to be coming in June. We are here, Next Level TCG. Travis, Nate, and Drell back with a three-person conversation. Say what's up, y'all.
How's it going, you guys? I'm super pumped up about this set. I cannot wait.
Man, for sure. Like, once I heard the announcement, you know it was live. I was lit, bro.
It's going to be a fun set, like, for sure. But before we start breaking down what we want to happen, maybe what we think is going to happen, Nate's going to tell us what exactly we know from the PokeBeach article. Again, guys, cannot give PokeBeach enough credit. Fantastic site. If you want to be in the know-how and up-to-date on all the stuff Pokemon TCG, I recommend going to Pokebeach.com to getting all your information over there, so big shout-outs to them. But, Nate, what do we know about Pokemon Card 151 as of right now?
Yeah, so as of right now, guys, there's not a whole lot of hard facts out there
and that's the end of the video. All right.
And that's it. So thank you for watching. But no, we do know some things right now. So as of right now, June 16th is listed as the date for this to release in Japan, Pokemon Card 151. They're calling it's like a strengthening expansion pack. Mm-hmm. It's going to feature 165 cards before secret rares. In each box, well, in Japanese, each box will come with 20 packs for about 5,800 yen, if you know the conversion there. And then also kind of one of the other things that it highlights here is that this set, we're thinking, since it is 151, the original 151, it is going to include Kadabra as well, which we've not seen a Kadabra card for a very, very long time. So we're finally going to see the full Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam line back. And other than that, that's about all we know so far for the facts.
Nice. I like it. It does look like they're going to be releasing like the card files, right? Does that give you guys the same vibe as like the case files for Detective Pikachu?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I wonder if it'll be similar to that. I wonder that, in English, because we don't know anything about the English release at all, right?
No, right.
But nothing. It does make me question, like, Detective Pikachu is like Celebrations. It was one of those sets that had the 4 cards per pack.
Right, and it was really good too. Like how they had it set up. Yeah, I like the Detective Pikachu way better than the Celebrations. How they did it. Yeah.
It's for like, do you think this is a set they could do for that, Drell? You think they could do the 4 cards for this, or like, would you like to see that?
I would love to see that, and honestly, the sky's the limit. They can do pretty much almost anything with it, because like it's limited. They haven't. There's speculations right now, right? So they could go.
We love speculations here.
Yeah, right. They could do like the Detective Pikachu. They could do the Celebrations, even Pokemon Go. So for sure, I'm excited. I cannot wait to see what they're gonna bring.
So the high class set, right, or the strengthening expansion pack is similar to like what we have right here with Dark Phantasma, and also I got Battle Region right here, but it probably won't show up because the green screen. Oh, it does a little bit.
It was good.
Dark Phantasma and Battle Region are expansion packs. They're not standard sets with Japanese, which means instead of the 30 pack booster boxes with 5 cards per pack, and you're not guaranteed a rare. It's not that. It's the ones that are the single small boxes, not the wide ones, where there's 20 cards per pack, usually more cards per pack, either 7 or 10, depending on the set. And you're almost always guaranteed at least a holographic and a reverse holographic in these sets. And in some cases, even a full ultra rare. So in Japanese, it's definitely going to be a super popular sought after set. So it makes me wonder what it's going to look like in English. But like, Nate, what is one thing that you want in this set? What's the number one thing that you want?
Yeah. So I think, really, and this is actually going to go against what you guys were just talking about. So you guys were just talking about it being, you think it could be a lot like a Celebrations or a lot like a Detective Pikachu with those 4 cards per pack. But I really am hoping that they don't do that with this set because it worked really well for those 2 sets, I think. Right. I definitely could see that format, working well for this. But there are a lot more cards in this set than there were in Celebrations. I don't know the total count on Detective Pikachu, but it's not very big.
Yeah, Detective Pikachu was really small. So
yeah, even smaller. I think it was 30.
Right. You're right. It was
25, 30 or something. Yeah, and we're looking at 165 plus cards here. So what I'm really hoping is that they do structure it different. I hope that, maybe if they're not like a standard pack where we get, I think it's 10 additional cards or whatever it says on the packs. Maybe if they did like 8 or something like that, nix the energies. We don't need those. So you don't have to worry about that. And
players are freaking out right now. You don't need energies? Come on.
Okay, if you guys want energies, I have bricks of energies over here I can give you. But yeah, I want it to feel different, right? We had that celebrations. I don't want a celebrations 2.0,
Yeah,
right.
I really don't want that. I feel like that was a special thing that we had for the 25th anniversary. And I'm really hoping that they're not just going to, do a pull a Shining Fates, Hidden Fates, Shining Fates kind of thing.
So that brings me to my next point, though. That brings me to my next point. And Drell, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Celebrations was a reprint. I don't think this is going to be a reprint. These are going to be all new cards, I think. What are your thoughts on that?
Which, do you think it's gonna be like new designs,
new artworks? Yeah, I don't think it's not going to be Evolutions 2.0, which is what I put in the thumbnail and the title. I was like, ooh, is this Evolutions? I don't think so. Right. I think it's going to be a complete set where we're going to get every single Pokemon printed on a card from Bulbasaur to Mew, 151. And I do think there might be some extras in there, right? Like the ultra rares and stuff, maybe 2 Mews, 2 Mewtwo's, whatever, right? For the big dogs. But I think they're going to be all new. I think every single one is going to be a new artwork. Are you leaning towards that? Or do you think we're going to be getting base set jungle fossil reprints in this set?
Right. Maybe you'll have like some, like 151 Pokemons, but like the artworks is throughout, like from base set to modern, like what if they throw different type of artworks in there, what if there's like a lineup of like Charmander going to Charizard, but that's like from a jungle, from like a Team Rocket set, like they couldn't do that. It just says 151 Pokemon from Kanto, but it doesn't mean it's from base set. Like, the artwork might be different that way. Sure. That'd be cool if they do that. Maybe. I don't know. That would be a little tricky if they can do that. But
yeah, they could choose like, what some of like the most popular arts of each Pokemon.
Right. That'd be dope. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that they... it would be better, I think, if they went totally new artworks with it.
Yeah, I think that too.
Yeah, because we don't need Evolutions 2.0 for sure. Evolutions the way that it went. I mean, there was times where you could probably find packs for like less than $1. I think I'd seen sometimes for Evolution. So
but then they spiked to like $30. It went from being the set that nobody wanted to the set that everybody wanted, like overnight. Right. It was so strange.
And like plateaus right there.
So I'm now off a different beaten path here. I'm down for Evolutions 2.0 as long as it is Fossil Jungle Team Rocket prints. Sign me up for that. Give me an cool. Literally name it Evolutions 2.0, but make it the Gym series or the Neo series. That would be fun.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. See, again, like the gym Pokemons again.
I love those.
With the gym leaders with the logo, not a logo, but they're like icon or their pictures on the. We haven't had that in a minute. That would be cool to see that.
We need it, man. We need Team Rocket's Mewtwo to return.
Oh yeah,
that would be great.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
So
I'm down for it.
This is what I think. This is what I want. Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys what I think the perfect ideal 151 Pokemon card set 151 would be. Right. First thing, all new artworks. Right. We've done reprints, we've done evolutions. We've done that in the past, like we were talking about. I want all new artworks. I want every single Kanto Pokemon printed on a card, whether it's common, uncommon, rare. I don't care. Every single one to show up. I want the big dogs to get EX cards, right? Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, Mewtwo, Mew, Dragonite, Alakazam, Gengar, Machamp. Gosh, who else would you guys give EX cards to here? Would you go as far as doing like Beedrill, Butterfree, Onyx, or are you thinking maybe those are just like the regular holographics of the set?
Yeah, most definitely regulars.
I think so. Yeah, those are hard for me to put on an ultra rare card.
No, like Machamp
needs
and Machop, they need one. They need one.
EXs, full arts, obviously, similar to like the Terra cards, right? We got to have the starters. You got to have Charizard, Venusaur, Blastoise, getting Terra cards. Flying Pikachu, right? 151, because we just got the flying Pikachu in the games. If you guys do the raid dungeons, which I know Nate doesn't, loser.
Hey, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
No, the only gamer here.
I'm gonna be on it though, for sure.
But yeah, like the flying Pikachu would be cool because we actually have seen that in the game, so it's a good way to connect it, I think. And then potentially for like the art rares, this is where you get Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, the first evolutions. This is where Machop comes in. This is where Onyx comes in. Getting the art rare cards, like the new style of trainer galleries. You can even do like super art rares, like the SARs for legendary birds. Regular Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos would be fire. I would like to see Ditto. Ditto getting an AR would be dope. Like he got the
cool.
Galarian card in Crown Zenith, so getting like something similar to that. Definitely need a Mr. Mime ultra rare. I'm just kidding. We don't need that. That's y'all were just shaking your head like
he.
I was messing with it.
If Mime's your guy, I ain't gonna.
He was great in Detective Pikachu. I'll give him that. He's probably the highlight of the movie.
Cool. That was he was cool in there for sure. I think it would be really cool if like the art rares that you're talking about, right, where they're kind of like. Like an extended art. I kind of think of them as like extended arts, right? Yeah. Kind of like the the first one that we had, the Pikachu, right? The base set Pikachu in Celebrations. I think it would be awesome if they took like the top 25 most popular Kanto Pokemon and threw those onto those art rares. So we got extended versions. Yeah. And then for those arts to be able to see like their original arts as an extended version, I think would be super awesome.
It'd be good.
Like how they did with like Pikachu.
Yes.
Like how they extended
Celebrations.
Exactly. So like that original artwork just extended for like the top 25 Pokemon or something like that, I think would be awesome.
That'd be a good way to mix in the art rares for sure. Sure. But what about like trainers? Like Dro, what would you do with the trainers?
Yo, I'm bringing Ash.
Oh,
we need an Ash. So, we need an Ash trainer card.
Okay.
Bro.
Now that we're getting rid of Ash in the anime, you want him in the TCG, huh?
Exactly.
Gotta throw them in somewhere.
We need some Kanto friends. The Galar friends. We need some Kanto friends.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Need some Ash in there for sure. I hope.
Kanto friends full art would be amazing.
I would love to see some Team Rocket love too. Like I think Team Rocket getting a major focus would be awesome here. We got the full art Jesse James that we talked about in our last video in Hidden Fates. I would love to see maybe just them getting individual cards. Full art Jesse, full art James. Right. Definitely a full art Giovanni. Not like a Giovanni's Exile style, but like just a straight up full art Giovanni would be awesome. And then for like the art rares, getting Meowth in there with some Team Rocket in the background, maybe flying in a Team Rocket balloon. That would be dope.
Or like them flying, blasting off away.
Dude, yes.
Like
Rocket cool. Blast off. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
A freaking art rare of Jesse James blasting off. That would be dope.
That'd be dope.
Because
but for sure, Hidden Face had like the best Jesse and James full art.
Love that card.
The best artwork.
We literally just talked about it. Monday we posted a Hidden Fates review video, and Jesse James was talked about, baby. Best know it.
Yeah. It's dope.
So
that's a great card.
What's something, Nate? What's something that you would do with the set that maybe I didn't mention? Do you think it'd be viable? Do you think these cards are going to be? Because the hardest part about doing something like an Evolutions or Celebrations, or doing literally a Kanto-based, TCG set, is what is that going to do to like the meta? What's that going to do to the gameplay? Because you can't just have, now we have a Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur deck, and they're all dominating everything. You know what I mean? Like that, people wouldn't like that. So what would you do viability-wise?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say, with it being like a full-on set, 165 plus cards, I mean, the greater majority of them, I would think, are going to be playable, if not all of them. That's not what we saw with celebrations. The greater majority of those were not playable
at all.
But those were printed as the original cards. If you go and look at the evolutions reprints, there are some differences there that make those cards playable. Back then in the meta. So yeah, I would think that they, this is going to have viable cards in it, right?
Of course,
now,
yeah.
Charizard unfortunately has like never been a meta deck. Like they just don't make it possible with Charizard. So I think it'd be cool if they finally did, make these three, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and the Charizard actually playable decks. Because that just screams nostalgia to me. I was just thinking, and we might talk about this in a little bit, Pokemon Classic.
Yes.
I was just thinking recently, even before I saw that, like, man, I would love to be able to play like those classic decks, that Charizard deck, the Blastoise deck, and everything.
That's literally what comes inside Pokemon Classic. It's 3 pre-made decks based around Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. So you're getting exactly what you want. It does make you think, though. It does make you think, or if the Classic, or no, it literally said in the release that they're not going to be playable and standard, right?
Everything that comes in the classic box pretty much stays in there. That's how you play.
Let me ask you this. Do you think they're going to create another section to play classically? Like, how Magic has modern, standard, and all this other different types of games that you can play. Do you think that this classic collection is Pokemon's foray into, hey, here's our standard Pokemon, but we're also now going to have a category of classic for people who want to play vintage decks?
I think that's a fantastic idea. I didn't think about that myself, but it makes good sense. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're bringing that back into it and getting people back into that, why wouldn't you make that, a format? I mean, right now we just have standard and expanded. And then there is the gym leader format as well. I don't know how official that is. That's the one that Andrew Mahone came up with. But yeah, adding a classic version in there, I think is awesome. And I think it'll get, some people playing, some older people playing, which I think we have a lot of people playing.
The lapsed fan.
Older people playing as much anymore.
Yeah, because like for the older people who wants to get back into TCG, a lot has changed. It's so different.
Yeah,
it's like you being a Yu-Gi-Oh player trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh right now. If you used to play it way back in the day, no, it's different. Like it's just too much.
Yeah.
So it would be dope if they had like a classic game format playing with classic, the 151 Pokemons.
That would be sick, because right now, even in the like the PTCGL, or if you're still playing PTCGO, the furthest you can go back is the black and white era. I believe you can't get anything past that. So yeah, that would be a perfect opportunity for them to essentially re-release all those classic cards and get us back into the classic meta. That'd be awesome.
And that opens up so many opportunities for new types of releases too. You could do one of these boxes every year, right? You could release, you could release the most popular decks of all time that have been retired. Like the Tapu Lele deck or something. You can find a way to get them all mixed into a classic type rules. And just release these one by one and get them all not in standard play, but still a niche, and bringing all those people back. Because the one thing that I find interesting is also released with this new classic set, there's also a Lugia, Suicune, and Ho-Oh EX card. So they definitely plan on having these vintage cards playable with the new EX rule as well, which is very interesting to me, that you're telling us that these cards are not viable for standard, and yet you still gave us these new EX cards, which makes me think they may be making an entire new category that you can qualify for, like at regionals and worlds and stuff, and at a classic category. That'd be pretty fire. And
that would be awesome. I almost definitely would go one of these champion, or not champions, but like these competitions, playing the classic way. That would be cool. It's like chill. Cool. It's just chill.
It's a way different game. If any of you guys have watched, because you can still find people playing classic decks on YouTube. I just mentioned him. Andrew Mahone does it all the time on his channel. And it's a way different pace of game. It's a way different. You strategize way differently. You're not dealing with Pokemon with over 300 HP.
Power creep.
You're not doing attacks 250 damage or anything like that.
17 prize cards with 1 attack. Yeah.
Right.
It's like playing checkers and then chess. You know.
Yeah,
like,
it's different.
Sometimes I want to play checkers, just be chilling. I don't want to mess with the chess. You know,
vibing with some checkers, bro. Chess kills the mood real quick.
Yeah.
Sure.
Too much thinking.
Too serious.
Yeah. Flips chessboard across the room after two White Claws.
Not the White Claws, man. Come on.
Gotta get the mango flavored. Gotta get the mango. I'm really excited for all this stuff. As somebody who grew up doing the 1999, 2000 stuff, the Gen 1er in me, we got like Pokemon Card 151 announced. We got Classic Collection here announced. Like, it's like a dream, man. Up too.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? But the Gen 1er in me, guys, like, is super freaking excited. And, like, I don't think that's a bad term. Some people think, like, Gen 1er is a bad term. I think it just tells the era that you came from, you know? Like, it's not a bad thing. It's not my fault that all the Kanto Pokemon are better than all the other ones ever made, you know? I mean, what am I supposed to say?
I mean, right. They actually put, like, thought into the designs and how it's going to be. It's the start of everything, you know? So.
I agree. I don't know, guys, but I'm really excited for Pokemon Card 151. You think we touched a pretty good base on what we would like to see. Do you think they're going to go around that line, or do you think they're going to do something wild? Like, do you think they're just going to pump out? Because if there's one thing that I've learned about Pokemon in the past year, we have no clue what's coming.
Right.
Yeah.
They throw curveballs left and right all the time.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I don't even know what to expect over the next little bit with this sort of a thing. But all I know is I'm here for it. I'm excited. Pokemon Day just happened. A lot of cool stuff announced. I was actually a little underwhelmed. Were you guys a little underwhelmed with the stuff that they announced?
Yeah, just a little bit. What about Pokemon Sleep? I don't. You know,
what's wrong with that, man? What do you mean?
I feel like
it's gonna wirelessly connect to your blanket. You got back there.
I'm gonna boot it up for one. I will boot it up for like three times, and that'll be it.
See, that's what they got to find a way though to connect it to like those blankets, and then they'll really get a good read.
I think it's ahead of their time. I feel like Pokemon Sleep is gonna be like one of those things where we look back and it's like, dang, that was ahead of the time back then.
Yeah, what was that Pikachu pedometer or something that they used to have? That, out with the games, people were like, "Oh yeah, this is lame," and then now it's like, "Hey, it's actually the most accurate pedometer that came out that year."
Yeah, right.
I think it's gonna be something like that for sure.
I think one of my most favorite things from the announcement, obviously, was Pokemon Classic. But I want to get your guys' thoughts. I thought those new Paradox Pokemon were
dope.
What did you guys think?
I love it. I love how from futuristic and then prehistoric. I like to say prehistoric, but
such a cool word.
I like it. I like how because I love reading the Pokédex and the history and how they build in this big world. So the fact that it's a Paradox Suicune, that's kind of just insane to think about, and the way it looks so prehistoric. It looks like a dinosaur, right?
It's got his little T-Rex arms. I don't know about the little T-Rex. It kind of like...
and the thick thighs. It has some thick thighs on him, too.
It did.
That's true. I'm fine with the new Paradox Pokemon. I wish... I'm a Violet player. Virizian's not my favorite. I would have preferred maybe... I mean, Suicune, in the lore and just in fandom alone, Suicune is head and shoulders over Virizion. He just is. More people love Suicune. I would have, necessarily they didn't have to give me a beast, but Virizion is like, not only is it like, are the Swords of Justice probably like the least favorite trio? Like Virizion's like the worst of them.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would have preferred, even a Cobalion would have been better. It's just a better looking Pokemon. But just thinking legendaries in general, I still would have preferred like a Raikou, or imagine the Iron Raikou, a Metal Raikou. Come on,
that would have been cool.
That would have been amazing.
They're eventually probably gonna do it for sure. If they did Suicune, the other two gonna have it.
Eventually, they probably definitely should. Although they keep doing this weird thing where they're just choosing random Pokemon and like giving them paradox forms. Like Salamence and Gardevoir Gallade getting there.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, Tyranitar was like got
Oh,
one
maybe
too.
they trying to like have like the unpopular Pokemon to try to be having like a new form or whatever to make it popular.
Give them some hype.
Or like some hype behind it. Maybe, yeah.
I would have liked an Iron Chandelure. I'm just saying.
Or
they're
gonna have an Iron Charizard for sure. They're gonna have both of them.
Your future Chandelure wouldn't have had flames anymore. It would have been like LEDs or something.
LEDs.
I don't think it would
have.
Dude, that would be dope.
It would be RGBs.
That would be dope, bro. They can just be like spotlights that shoot all the way up to the sky. Like, come on. You got to do the Chandelure. If I were to pick one, though, I probably would have went with like a Milotic. I think Milotic would have been dope. It's not legendary.
That would have been cool.
How about an Iron Metagross? It's
that would have been cool.
Metal.
That would be dope.
It's already metal.
But
guys.
like futuristic.
Oh,
Futurize them even more. I think that's awesome. Because how do you bring them back? That would have been cool. We're missing out on that right now. We are.
Fossil Pokemon need to make a return.
Oh, yeah,
although they jacked them up really bad in Sword and Shield. Worst fossil Pokemon ever. Terrible. terrible. But overall, with the announcement of the DLCs, they were okay. They seemed a little underwhelming to me. Like, we speculated in the past, Nate, that we definitely thought the first DLC was going to be about Area Zero, and it is. But technically now we've gotten 2 DLCs about Area Zero. It does make me wonder if there's going to be a bigger DLC after that, because they release within very tight frame of each other. Like one is Q3 this year and the other one's Q4 this year. So there's only 3 months in between those 2 DLCs. So it kind of makes me feel like it's one expansion pack, but 2 DLCs for one expansion pack for Area Zero, which makes me think there's going to be a second one next year in 2024 that's going to be bigger. And a lot of people are speculating it's going to be the return to Sinnoh, which could be really awesome. Instead of getting like a whole new game, just expansion pack, full-fledged expansion pack, like that you have to go buy the disc and put that shit in there, because that would be pretty dope.
Oh yeah, I think so.
That would be awesome.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, that's our conversation today, talking about Pokemon Card 151 coming in June of this year. Kanto fanboys, rejoice. It's going to be absolutely amazing, plus a couple of other side conversations. If you like 3 dudes just talking random shit about Pokemon, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button here on the channel, because that's pretty much all that we do. And if you enjoyed today's conversation, hit that like button as well. Anything else you guys want to say before we get out of here?
I just know that June, that's my birthday month, so I'm ready for it.
It's gonna be fun. We got to have a 151 party then.
One party.
We're gonna have like Pikachu balloons everywhere.
Let's do it.
Everything celebration.
All right, so anybody in Drell's life who's listening, you know what to get him for his birthday now. Pokemon Card 151. All right, guys. Appreciate you listening to our conversation. And remember, if you want to level up, you got to be kind and be yourself.